We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
dear. Oh, dear.
Hello.
Hello, is this the infamous and now totally famous Dart Guy?
Absolutely, it is.
Hi, Jason. It's Steve and Adam and Jesse.
From the
Hello.
Steve Dangle Podcast. How are you, buddy?
Oh, fantastic, guys. And yourselves?
We're okay, man.
Yeah, it's been an okay 24 hours. How about you?
It's been a crazy 24 hours, but I'm loving every second of it. So.
You sound like you might have blown out your vocal cords last night.
Came very close anyway.
Now, I want your take on this, man. Well, okay, sorry. First of all, can you once and for all pronounce your name for everybody?
It's Jason Maslico.
Okay.
Jason Maslico.
So, Dark Guy. No, I know.
Exactly.
Yeah. When the Leafs were down 2-0, the camera immediately goes to you. I think you turned the tide of that game, man. I'm serious.
Well, you know what? As amazing of a suggestion as that is, I'm thinking Nazem Kadri and Leo Komarov's couple monster hits there is what turned the tide, but I'll take the credit if you want to give it.
Well, who got them going, my friend? Who got them going? Jason, let's talk about the beginning, how this all started, because Jesse and I actually talked about doing this. Like I said to him before the weekend last weekend, why didn't we drive down? It's a long weekend. Why didn't we drive down to Washington and go see the game? We should have done that. Why didn't we do that? And you did it. So how did you decide that you were going to do that? And then we got to talk about how this whole journey started for you.
Well, I started looking to see if there was tickets available, and I realized that if we wanted to go down, there was still tickets at a fair price. So I hopped on Google, saw exactly how far of a drive it was going to be, and said, you know what, 9 hours is nothing. I can do that nonstop. Let's go. So I had put a thing up on Facebook if any of my friends were interested in possibly a road trip, and a couple guys jumped on board right away.
And
that's so Canadian.
Yeah.
9 hours, that's nothing.
Yeah. Well, it's so typical of this country.
For the Leafs in the playoffs, it was nothing.
Now, Jason, when you decide to go to this game, but you're not just going to the game. Like Jesse and I, if we had gone, we'd have just gone to the game, worn our jerseys, gone woo, and then left. You go to the game with your enormous beard and you shave your head, and you shave it into a Stanley Cup, and you paint your face.
And go Leafs.
Let's start with the Stanley Cup. Who did the hair job?
His name is Aaron Dorion. He's got a shop called Precision Hairstyles.
It was precise.
In Waterloo.
Okay. Very precise haircut. It was awesome.
Is that where you're from, Waterloo?
Born and raised in Sudbury, living in Waterloo now.
Amazing.
Oh, okay.
All right. And then who did the face painting?
So the first game in Washington, I had cut out a template of the Maple Leaf and had my friend trace it. And then I had just filled it all in afterwards.
Wow.
That's a veteran move.
Mr. Dorian there was kind enough to open up his shop that was closed for the day and touch up my hair. He darkened up the dye on the Go Leafs Go and did the makeup for me. So I didn't have to worry about it when I got down to Toronto.
Now, you know what it is to be a long-suffering Leaf fan.
Yes.
How cool is it to be not only a Leaf fan, but right now, the Leaf fan?
Mm-hmm.
I can't, honestly, I've been asked that question a lot, and I can't even put it into words to describe it for anybody, what this has been like for me. To have this kind of closeness to the fan base and to the organization, it's just mind-blowing.
Did Derringer end up getting you those Game 4 tickets?
Yeah, I'll be meeting Derringer tomorrow. I have to call him a little bit later. There's a possibility I might hop on his show tomorrow morning. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be meeting him before the game, and we're going together.
Will you please say hi to John for me? He is one of the nicest people I have ever.
Oh, look at you guys, just both of you on a first-name basis with John Derringer.
Well,
I'm going to call up John.
Grew up listening to
Say hi
Derringer. Listened to him all high school. I loved their show. Yeah. But John was gracious enough to buy me a coffee, and we hung out, and what a great guy. So you're going to have a fun time.
You know what? I've obviously never met him before now, but he's got to be something fantastic to go out of his way to want to take me to the game. Just because I painted my face blue and drove down to Washington. So this is going to be awesome.
When the Maple Leafs, how did the Maple Leafs get in touch with you? Was it over Twitter? How did they find you?
Lou Lamoriello grabs a phone and just goes, "Get me Dart Guy."
A representative from the Maple Leafs Twitter account had contacted, tracked my Twitter account down, and just sent me a message saying, "What are you doing Monday night?" And I said, "Well, hopefully going to a Leafs game."
That took me a minute to go, wait a second.
That's a veteran-free stuff move. Wow, I'm in awe. That was very good.
Jason, you've experienced the energy, and now you've experienced what it's like to be at the Air Canada Centre when an overtime goal goes in. Can we dispel the myth finally that there's no atmosphere there?
Well, I'll tell you, I've been to a lot of Leaf games, regular season games in Toronto, and last night changed my opinion on a lot of the crowds. They blew the roof off the place there last night, so I for one was very impressed and happy to see it.
Do you have any idea how many interviews you've done? Because yesterday at Maple Leaf Square, we wanted to get you on stage, but it was everything we could do to tear you away from all the cameras. Do you have any idea how many interviews you've done?
If I had to take a frugal estimate, I'd say about 30 or so, 40.
Wow. I believe it.
Well, because I was tweeting about you, Jason. And it was funny. I'm tweeting about Jason, and I throw out this tweet. I'm like, by the way, I would love to have him on. And all of a sudden, I get a retweet from Jason going, "It would be an honor." And it's like, whoa!
I was like, whoa!
That's amazing.
Well, to give you guys an idea, like a behind-the-scenes thing, and I don't know if you heard this part, Jason. You might have. But when we were backstage there, Wylde was the one going, "I got to get a picture with this guy." He wanted a picture with you. Did you hear him say that?
No, I didn't hear him say that, but the funny thing was Wylde and I had actually met last March. There was a Pro-Am charity hockey tournament for Alzheimer's, and I was involved with that, and during one of the promotional luncheons, Wylde was there with Darcy Tucker, Mike Krushelnyski, Mark Napier, and I had a chance to spend a good 5-10 minutes with Wylde then. I actually got some pictures from that day on my Twitter account and on my Facebook.
Wendell's such a nice guy.
He was fantastic, but to know that he wanted to seek me out for the picture is absolutely crazy, because like most Leaf fans growing up that are in my age frame, Wendell's the man.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, he got a great reception on stage yesterday. Gary Leeman, Daryl Sittler too, but Dart Guy, dude, you're a force of nature. They went nuts for you.
Jason, also, I want to talk about a special moment that happened last night.
Okay.
There was a couple in their, I would say, mid-40s who approached you, who one of them has jet black hair and bears a startling resemblance to her son, who happens to be Austin Matthews.
Oh, my God.
So you met and took a picture with Austin Matthews' parents.
Yes.
What was that like? And they came up to you.
Yes, they came up to me, and I was again at a loss for words. I didn't immediately recognize them, and I felt bad for that. But I had met so many people yesterday, my mind was just spinning. But Austin's father leans over and he said, "Number 34 is my son."
Number 34.
I took a step back and I looked at him and I said, "Oh my God!" And I gave him a big hug and told him what a good job they did raising a god.
Dude, so I'm on Matthew's Twitter right now. I'm looking through his likes. His last 4 likes are all about you.
We should screen grab that and send that to him. You should keep that.
Are you telling me Austin Matthews' Twitter account is liking my posts?
Yeah. And anything about you.
His most recent one is you tweeted a picture of you with his parents. Then there's one from Danny All-Star 15, the name a more iconic duo. It's you and someone named Sydney Esciazon. I'm not sure I've ever heard of her. And then it's another one of her and you. And then another one that it's the front is a lit cigarette with Toronto on top of it, and on the back on the nameplate it says Dart Guy and the number is 69.
Nice.
Matthew's like that.
That is amazing. That's amazing right there.
Yeah, there's a video Steve was showing us before the show even started, Jason, of you know how they raised the banners at the beginning of the season?
Yes.
Have you seen this where they put you on the banner?
I caught that this morning and I was dying laughing.
Oh, so where do you go from here? So you go to Game 4, and you're you are. For all intents and purposes, you're our representative, man. We voted you into hockey fandom parliament.
Yep.
Are you going to turn this into any sort of is there business opportunities that have come your way? Are you going to be doing a Honda commercial sometime? What's the deal? Where do we go from here?
Well, you know what? I would take any opportunity that was put my way. I mean, this has been such a great experience for me that I wouldn't turn anything down. I have had a couple messages. One from a beard company about promoting their products.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You should.
I had another one from an amateur wrestling company out of Barrie, Ontario, that was interested in doing me doing some guest appearances at their next couple events.
Oh, that's so cool. Come on. Really? That's amazing.
Yeah.
So do you think you'll do them?
Well, I'm going to discuss a little bit further with them and see what they had in mind. And we'll see where it goes. But like I said, I'm not in a. I don't really want to turn anything down from anyone. This has been all so great for me. If I can help somebody else out along the way with a business or whatever the case may be, I'm going to do that.
Jason, I got to be honest. I'm going to be just blunt with you here. Okay, so you've taken this mantle. This happened completely by accident. And by the way, everybody that follows me now has changed their picture to your face. So every time I tweet something and all the likes are just your face.
I'm going through my Twitter right now. I can't go more than 5 or 10 posts without seeing your face.
But the best part about this, for me, is that not only are you taking this and enjoying this, but you are a kind and gracious and fun guy. You're not a douchebag. And it's such a relief to know you're not a douchebag, man.
I really appreciate that, because a couple people on the internet actually did call me a douchebag. So
what?
I appreciate you saying that.
Well, that's the internet. I get called that every day, man.
Welcome. It's a rite of passage, really.
Yeah, really. You're not doing anything right until someone's calling you a douchebag. You're not doing anything at all.
This man got on television, looked every 8-year-old in Canada straight in the eye and said, "Smoke."
There was that blog yesterday, and I was like, "Oh my god! Oh my! Oh, let's pretend nobody smokes." Okay.
Yeah. Now,
go ahead, Steve.
Well, why did you have a dart in your mouth?
It was a tie game. I was stressing out there, so it was just kind of like. It was like my comfort blanket to get me through to the intermission or the end of the game, so I could get out and light one.
Is there a place to smoke in Washington? Because I don't think you can do it at the ACC, can you? Is there a place to smoke?
You got to go outside.
No,
you got to go outside,
and you can't leave.
Get back in.
Yeah.
In the ACC at least.
Why don't we ask the guy?
Can you smoke? So you went through the whole game yesterday without smoking?
No. The ACC, you can. There's in-out privileges. Rogers Center doesn't allow it. You can't come back in, but the ACC does.
Okay.
Actually, this is the craziest thing. So I don't know what needs to be wrong with you that you would leave the yesterday's game, but someone left during the third period. There were people waiting outside just watching the games on the TV. Yeah. And they were like, "Hey, are you going to use that ticket?" They go, "No, here, knock yourself out." They get into the game for free.
Amazing.
For the third period and the OT winner.
Who's leaving at that point?
Right?
That's crazy. And you know, that's I would never be, I can never understand that. I mean, whether you got the tickets for free or you paid for them, what are you doing leaving? It's a playoffs. Like,
You would have to hear like someone is either dying or about to be born. Like there would need to be some kind of life happening there.
well, you know what? Dying, I might leave. If my firstborn was coming, I'm not leaving that game.
You're going to be in labor a while.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit.
You're good.
It's going to be a bit. So
You're good. How about I watch this win and then I come see you?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Well, Jason, honestly, man, I hope you enjoy the hell out of this, and I hope it's a long and amazing playoff. And thanks for making time for our show, because I know that everybody has been down your neck about coming on, and thanks for being such a great guy.
You know what? No, thank you guys for giving me the time and the kind words. And actually, Adam, I'm under the impression that you're a Dunnville boy.
A Dunzo boy?
Or you know some people from Dunnville? Somebody was telling me
I might
we have some mutual friends.
From Dunnville. I do know we have mutual friends. My fiance's from Bowmanville.
Okay, there you go.
But yeah, I think we do. There were some people that messaged me that know you, and I'm from Scarborough originally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So maybe, hopefully, we run into each other just socially one of these days.
Oh, I would thoroughly enjoy that. You know how to get a hold of me now, so we can make that happen.
You know what? Maybe we should do a little podcast get together night for one of the playoff games. And if there's like, an away game and you're not going to, maybe maybe if we get through the second round or something like that, we agree to meet up at some bar somewhere, and we all hang out, and we owe you a beer anyway.
First of all, he's going to be going to every game.
That sounds good to me. I'd be totally game for that.
Someone is going to give him 2 tickets to every game. One for him and one for someone to sit next to him and feed him grapes. This guy is royalty. Royalty.
And James Myrtle says hi.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, James was one of the first articles out about this after the Washington Post ran with it. So I really appreciate what he did to help this movement too.
Well, Jason, we're going to be in touch, and thanks so much for making time for us today, buddy.
No, thank you guys. It was my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Go Leafs, go, bud.
Woo! Go Leafs, go.
Later, man.
Right on.